Welcome, learners, to today's class on the precursors of Romantic era. It is very difficult to mark the beginning of a period or era in the history of English literature, as there are a number of poets who contain the elements of the preceding age as well as they anticipate the features of the coming age. Such poets are known as the precursors. In English literature, the precursor poets of Romantic era were 18th century poets. Mainly, they came after 1750 to 1800 when the neoclassical age ended by the year 1730, and they were known as precursors because they anticipated the features of coming age, that is Romantic era. Another term that has been given to these poets is transitional poets. This term is given as they came between two ages of neoclassical age that was prevalent during the first part of 18th century and the succeeding Romantic age, which though began in 1798, but it flourished in the beginning of 19th century. So transitional poets were these 18th century poets who came between these two ages of neoclassical age of early 18th century and Romantic age of 19th century. Prominent poets of this age, which is known as transitional age, or the prominent precursors to the Romantic era, are William Cooper, William Collins, Thomas Gray, and Thomson. Features of neoclassical age that are found in the poetry of transitional poets are versification, rhyming, stanza structure, form, particularly heroic couplet. These poets who came after 1750, they regained the form of verse or poem that was more stressed in the neoclassical age that was prevalent in the early part of 18th century. The poems of most of the transitional poets, like that of William Cooper, Collins, Gray, and Thomson, show a rhyming pattern and the stanza versification, which can be considered as the neoclassical features or the features of the neoclassical age in their poems. As these transitional poets contain the features of two ages, that is neoclassical age as well as the romantic age, so the features of romantic poetry in the poems of these poets is element of nature. The example can be given of Thomson's four poems on four seasons: summers, winters, autumn, and spring. And another example can be given of William Collins' poem, An Ode to Evening. The second feature of romantic poets that can be seen in the poetry of transitional poets is the element of emotions and sentiments, which are more prominent, as in William Cooper's poem On the Receipt of Mother's Picture Out of Norfolk, and Thomas Gray's poem An Elegy Written in Country's Churchyard, where poet has appealed more to the heart than to the head, more to the emotions than to the thought, more to the sentiments than to the intellect. Another element of romanticism in the poetry of these transitional poets is the element of subjectivity. Subjectivity implies that the poem is inspired by some personal anecdote, event from the life of the poet. The good example of objectivity can be given from William Cooper's poem on the receipt of mother's picture out of Norfolk. This poem is inspired by the event that poet lost his mother in his childhood when he was just an infant of 5 years, and after a long period he received his mother's painting from one of his relative who was living in Norfolk, and when he saw his mother's picture before him he wrote this poem as his tribute to her. Another element of romanticism in the poems of precursors of the Romantic period is the importance given to the common man of the village. A good example can be given from Thomas Gray's An Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard, which pays tribute to the useful moral life by the common man of the village. Next element of romanticism that can be found in the poetries of these poets is the element of rural life, and a good example can be given from Gray's famous elegy, An Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard, in which he paints rural life and activities and daily routine of villagers during 18th century in England. He describes in detail how a farmer reaches his farm at the rising of the sun, and then he labors throughout the day, and in afternoon he moves to the forest to collect fuel for his house, and while collecting the fuel he rests under the shady tree by the side of some stream. Assignment of today's lecture is: name a few transitional poets and their important works. Number 2, why these poets were known as precursors. And number 3, why these poets were known as transitional poets. This lecture is meant primarily for MA Final English, first paper, History of Periods and Research Methodology. Thanks for watching the lecture and have a nice day. You can put your queries and responses to my WhatsApp number 93141 21841. Thanks once again and have a nice day. Thank you very much.